Okay, it is Monday. It's another art day. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish this guy today. We're going to try. We are following along with Bob Ross painting tutorial. Joy of Painting Season 3, Episode 9. For those that are new here. Link in the chat. For anyone that wants to go and see the tutorial in full. Who's meowing?
Littles.
And why are you meowing?
No, come here.
Go cuddle with Dad.
Come here, little bits. Hi.
Instead of meowing at me when there's somebody there to cuddle with. Brat. Sorry. And, don't know if Stream Elements will be joining us today. Apparently I forgot to open it. It should join us anyway. But we will reopen it anyhow. There it goes. Now it's decided to join us. I lost track of what episode part we were on. I'll sort that out when this gets shuffled over to YouTube on the archive list. Okay, so let's get our supplies together here. We've got our finger protectors on. We've got our stabby thing ready to go. Okay, so when we left off yesterday, we were working on our grass here. Now his looks a little more yellow than ours does, but that's okay. That's okay. Not a huge deal. Alright, so we're gonna grab some more of our lime green. And I'm just gonna kind of pull our fibers apart here. As much as I can get away with here, and just kind of lay them down. Now, it's probably not going to be the exact same color ratio that we had kind of going on with the bit above it. Just why I try to make sure I've got enough, but we were nowhere near enough for that yesterday. Just so it doesn't do anything too weird with the way the colors are distributed, but that's okay. You know, grass growing in a field, the colors are going to vary a little bit, even if subtly. Especially a wild field that's not being like cultivated purposely for anything. It's gonna kind of do its own thing. Okay, so we had some of our glorious gold. Just kind of like a really toned down Indian yellow. Gonna lean maybe with like a little bit of brown to tone it down a little bit. Not like the bright Indian yellow. Or a slightly more orange ochre. Something like that. So it's not like a metallic-y gold. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of our lime here. Pull that apart. Kind of sandwich that. Not a whole lot yet. I'm gonna hit this with a bit more green, but in a minute. Alright, and then you need to get back in your bag. Nope, nope, get back in there. And just a sparse amount, comparatively, of the mustard yellow. Like, I don't want to go too heavy on this color, but I do want a little hint of it in there. It's like pulling apart cotton candy, only not as sticky. And you can't eat this. Don't eat that. Okay, that should be enough of that. Let's try to grab a little more green that we're gonna separate out here and throw that into there. Okay, is this gonna be enough? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to get our water. Okay. Just need to kind of get this tightened up a little bit. It doesn't need to be like dramatically tight, but just a little bit. Just so it's not all over the place here. Alright. So, I mean, I don't want it too tight, because then I'm going to have trouble fluffing out our strands here. Alright, so I'm going to start with the height on this row. Just want to kind of overlap the bottom there of that previous row. And let's see, how tall do we want to make you today? Because grass is going to grow in different lengths. Okay. Alright, and then we're just gonna rinse and repeat here. The skin on my finger is peeling, so it keeps grabbing all of the fluff, which I don't want it to. So we'll get a bit of brown peeking through here. And that's okay. We kind of want that to happen in spots. In spots. We don't want the whole thing to be terribly splotchy. But, because Bob does have some sections where it's a little bit more solid than others. His is actually coming down more at an angle. I kind of messed up that part, but you know what, it doesn't have to be an exact. He always says it's our world, so in ours, in this particular scenario, This one's just not a hill. A little bit more flat. And I mean, you can vary the height of each row if you want to. Like, not like each piece in the row is what I'm trying to say. You can do the full row at different heights too, but then it might start to look a little stripey, and if that's not what you're looking for, you can always consider varying the height as you're going along. So hope everybody's Monday got off to a good start. Hopefully. I've been waking up early the past few days. Got woken up early again today, but I fell back asleep. So we didn't get as early of a start as I was figuring we would. So, I don't know if we're gonna quite get done today. I really want to, but it's gonna be tough. Just based off of how long it can take to do grass. Whoop, I pulled that a little too tight. Sorry, I had an itch on my leggy. Hold on. What the heck are you doing here? What is happening? You're getting a little out of hand there. So let's stop that. Getting a little wild there. Remember that when you do snip, to go back in and just kind of tack down the area that you snipped from, because then you're gonna have loose little strandy guys hanging out there. So like that. Come back in and reattach all those guys that aren't attached now. Or at least try to. It can be tough to get those loose ends all tucked in. little bit of gray poking through right in there. So I just want to make sure I get that covered up. It's like right around it here. Somehow I suddenly started going downhill. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but it did. And it's grass, so I'm just kind of rolling with it. That's the direction that my brain's deciding to take this. And they're like, okay. Sure. Like, I don't mind a bit of the brown poking through, but I don't really want too much of that gray if we had a thin section from when we were putting in the brown. Getting too cozy there. I mean, I guess it might also work in where it wouldn't be that noticeable. Could be explained away as like a highlight or maybe some rocks or something showing through, but okay. This guy put into here. And he actually had a bit more dirt showing through closer to the water on the side that I originally thought he did. The other side has a good amount exposed. I thought this side was a little bit more grass covered. We're just gonna fill this guy in. And our new color mix isn't too bad. Like the new compared to yesterday, it's not too off. We're okay. We've got some more dirt peeking through. Oh wow, I did not know it was that warm out. I haven't been outside yet. I know it wasn't really feeling all that hot in the house. It's 70. Went down to like 39, 38 last night. Okay. That didn't do anything. There we go. Sometimes you just need that little bit of water so that the fluff will actually turn. We're not trying to build a campfire here. So like this section up in here is a little bit darker, or a little more of that lime green heavy. Got a little bit more of the mustard in this mix, which I thought I had added a little bit extra on that compared to the other one, but it's all good. I don't think it's enough to be too much of a problem. Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I could smell our food for dinner, and I wasn't sure if it had started to get a little too frisky out there on the burner. Make sure it wasn't boiling over. Sorry about that. I didn't think there was enough water in it to boil over, so, but I had to double check and it needed a stir anyway. So let me snip-a-do that one. All right. Let's just kind of fan those out. Okay, so this is just gonna be a lot of fuss until you're happy, basically. is what it's going to come down to. And if you don't really want that many colors mixed together for your grass, you don't have to do that. That's going to be kind of personal preference, really. Or at least a good amount of it. Okay. So we'll get this kind of worked into here. That was a bit of a shorter section there. Okay, so we'll get these guys kind of fanned out here. Remember, if you're gonna fan it out and scrape, make sure you actually scrape, that you're not stabbing in. If you stab in and go to scrape, you're gonna snap the needly guy there, and that's no fun. That's not a good time. I'm gonna have to get some new finger protectors soon if I keep stabbing this one. Sorry, had an itch. Had an itch and I really did not want... You okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong?
I can't sleep.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
Husband's having a rough sleep day. He was trying to take a nap and it just wasn't working. Alright, so let's get that. I think maybe on that row we'll just kind of have a bit more dirt there. Okay, I just wanted to try to elongate that just a little bit. Alright, let's see. Where do we want this one to live? And how tall do we want it to be? These are groundbreaking decisions. Not really. It's not that earth-shattering, just, you know, whatever. How long do we want you to be? Guess about there. We've already kind of come way off the edge at this point anyway. So I'm probably gonna lose a bit of that. Sorry, I didn't know what that was. I think that was from our river going in. Okay. Let's work on getting that next bit of grass in. Definitely nervous about the next one in this series. Definitely. Still haven't made up my mind if we're going to do it yet. Gonna have to see how a test sketch goes. If I don't think I can pull off the test sketch, or the test sketch doesn't come out decent enough, I don't know if we're gonna try it. It's gonna be a hot disaster. Husband wants me to try it anyway. I'm still very much undecided. So I'm just kind of fanning out our grassy fiber here. Giving it a little bit more of a personality so it doesn't start to look too uniform. Because Bob's always like, well, you know, do each tree by itself. Don't think about the other ones. Think about the shape of, you know, each part of the tree. So I guess we could take that philosophy down to grass as well. Each grassy clump. All right. So sorry we're kind of halfway off the screen here. We'll get a glimpse of the rest of it in a little bit. It's just easier to work it this way. I hope we have enough of this for this side now. Did I not mix enough again? We might. I don't have that much more to go on this side. So yeah, ours is going to look a little bit different in this section just because I can't quite pull off the exactness of what he's got going on there with that fan brush. I think it was a fan brush she was using in that section. I mean, we can try that, and I don't have the same exact color combo that he's got going on. Alright, but I don't think we're doing half bad. I mean, we definitely can tell the difference. Really? Did it freeze again? Why is this happening? What is going on? Okay. Oh, Twitch. It did this during Planet Zoo on Saturday, where the screen just froze on my dashboard. Don't know why. It just did. I don't know if it froze for anybody else. It froze for the husbands. And then on the VOD playback, I didn't see it freeze. So I don't know if it's actually freezing for you guys watching, or if it's just freezing on my end. So now I've got twice the amount of stuff I have to keep track of with this lovely glitch. And I am in Firefox. I'm not in Chrome. Sometimes Chrome and the Twitch dashboard don't like each other. And I don't think he's in here modding. He's in the other room. I think he went in search of snackage or some kind of food. So sometimes when he notices it, he'll say something. I have no idea how long it was stuck frozen, if it was frozen for you all. Oh, that's terribly annoying. Like, it shouldn't be doing that. And I have no idea what's causing it. Because it shouldn't be. So it is a trifle bit annoying. Okay, let's see. If we can figure out what the heck is going on here. I thought it was just a one-off weirdness, but now that it's done it another time, I'm gonna need to see. Unless it was because I started before schedule time and schedule time kicked something up. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. So let's get this kind of fanned out into here. feels really... Oh, that's why. Forgot the husband laid down, so we turned the lamp off. I'm like, it feels really, really dark in here. I'm like, why does it feel so dark in here? The sun... We lost the sun on the side of the house already this afternoon, so... We don't have that. Okay. I didn't pull out the glue gun just yet because I wasn't sure if we were actually going to finish. So I was hoping we were going to start sooner than we did. I mean, we could have started a little sooner than we did, but I had to take care of something when I woke up. So that took a little bit. Of time to figure out what was going on. So now I'm like paranoid it's gonna freeze again because I don't know what caused it. Unless it was Firefox that caused it and it didn't freeze for anybody else. So strange. Okay. See, it shouldn't have been anything on my end that I'm aware of. Because I didn't get any messages about it. Okay. Hang on. This mess here, I feel like I've got Cousin It in my hand. Alright. So I know I just tightened that up, but I'm gonna scrape it back out. It was just a little bit easier to corral this guy. Get him to be a little bit more workable. I mean, he was workable before adding the drop of water, but it was gonna get a little bit more messy if we didn't. Alright, did have a split down in here. Well, not really a split, but it was a thin spot on the brown. Because I wasn't being that precise when we were putting that in. So I was like, oh, the green's going to go over top of it. Just wanted to make sure that we got that bit of gray that was poking through. So the preview froze again, and I don't know if it froze on mainstream. Out of nowhere.
I assume if the preview froze, then the mainstream froze. But if the preview froze, it might be OBS. We'll have to check to see if it needs an update.
It usually tells me.
Well, we'll have a look.
But where are you going?
I'm gonna go check in with my mother real quick.
Do you have a timer going?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Okay. Okay. Guess we have to try to keep a closer eye on that. Alright, so this going to take over this way. Probably gonna take this one all the way to the edge of the water. Sorry, it looked a little loose there, so I'm just kind of re-tapping all this down, making sure that we are actually attached. And staying that way. Okay. So let's get that. And maybe we'll kind of set you about here. With all the sirens.
Wasn't me.
What did you do? Oh my goodness, there's gonna be some kind of sirens going by here in a second. Can you put the light on? It's really dark in here.
I turned it off when I tried taking it out.
What on earth? Ow, my ears. Fire truck. What's up?
I'm gonna send my mother to get a couple things of cat litter.
I thought we had to wait until...
I can get a couple. I just didn't want to make a bunch of extra trips, but I really need it, so just gonna have her grab 2, and I'll still have enough.
Okay. Alright, let's get that worked in there. Nope, my hair. Get that out of there. So it inadvertently looks like an overgrown pathway that got trumped down into there. Okay. So we got that guy worked into there. Take him down to the bottom edge. Alright. I did do a cleaning pass on this pad last night. So we got that going. What's that?
I think it's my lights for the crabs.
When is that Sam's renewal due?
Next month.
Who's paying that?
We'll have to figure it out.
How much is it?
It's $50. If it comes to it, basically whoever doesn't get the internet will probably end up getting it, so.
Alright, so let's fan this guy out. And work on getting this last little sliver here in this corner all tapped in. Alright, so that was a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, but it's okay. Alright. Not a huge problem. Looks like we did actually have enough on this section. Alright. I'm going to try to take this one up a little bit taller. Okay, so where do we want to trim that? I guess that's a little long. I guess. Okay. So we're gonna have that dowel rod, right? And it's gonna lay in along this bottom edge. So it doesn't have to be like right up there, because if we're a little wonky down here, it'll be okay. Alright, and I do try to overlap each bit of grass just a tiny bit, usually, unless I'm trying to do something specific. Like if we're doing like a field or something, I try to just to make it feel a little more put together. And a little bit more like it actually belongs there. Okay. Remember to keep pulling up periodically so you don't become too attached to your work surface, like your mat. Especially if you're using like a mat like this. If you're using some kind of foam, you might not need to. But I've definitely found with these kind of mats, you definitely need to. Or else you might not get it to release. Okay, so we'll get this worked into here. Oh, so no, we do have enough for this side. So that's something at least. Wasn't so sure there for a hot minute. It's like, oh no, we're gonna have to mix more for this side. But we seem to be doing okay. I think the other side is the same color mix. So what was it that came?
Lights.
Why'd you have to go in the other room with it?
because I had to put a couple other things in order to get to the shipping, and I can't tell you what those are.
Mm.
Jesus, lady, work with me here. Let's see.
So is that replacing the current light bar that likes to flicker?
That's the current plan. We'll see how it works, but it should work out that way.
The old fish tank light that we were using for a little while.
To be clear, I'm gonna keep the light just in case.
Yeah. Sometimes it tends to flicker, and it's an LED light, and we're like, why? You shouldn't be doing that. And there'll be times where it's fine, and then other times where it just decides it's gonna flicker. That's a lot softer.
It's also supposed to be full spectrum. I'll take that with a grain of salt.
It looks awfully yellow for full spectrum.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it's not like we have live plants in it that we have to worry about, but...
Well, yeah, but they still need some degree of sunlight. But still, it does seem a little bit more...
It's not as harsh.
Yeah.
Like the fish tank light was. You keeping track of your timer?
Huh?
You keeping track of your timer?
Yeah. Sorry, going through the flip cycle.
Okay.
But this thing also apparently has a timer on it.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Since we keep forgetting to turn it off.
Yeah, so about 8 o'clock tonight, I want to turn the timer on.
Okay.
Because it can do up to 12 hours. So
Was that you or Num Nums?
That was all Nums.
Okay. That cat is eating us out of house and home.
He ain't getting no more from me right now.
Between him and the possum. And we're not feeding the possum directly. But my mom's been overfeeding the outside cat. She's been giving him a whole bowl of food. He takes like 5 bites at night and he walks away. And we're like, no. He gets like just the bottom of the bowl covered. He can go hunt mice or birds or something. And I don't think we're his only source of food. Occasionally, one of the neighbor's cats that lives a couple doors over from us will be on our porch eating that food. I don't know if they're just not paying attention or hearing their cat meowing outside their door. But occasionally we've seen them on our camera, and they are terrified of us. which is kind of hilarious because apparently our food is good enough to eat, but we are not good enough to interact with. So I'm like, oh, that's nice. All right. Get this into here. One more snippy do. Definitely cut that one a little long. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of come at that at an angle just to try to bump it forward, or up at least. I mean, the dowel rod will cover that dip. It's a minor thing really, but okay. And then one last bit of grassy dew here. I couldn't tell if that was just a light bit of gray or if that was a section that didn't get river in it. Whatever's the case, I'm just gonna make sure we've got that covered up. Sorry, this up here doesn't really look like it's all that well attached. Okay, so he had a bit more brown on his riverbank. That's fine. We don't. That's also fine. We're gonna advance the tutorial here in just a second and see what else we got going on here. Okay, so this is where we're at the moment. Not bad, not bad. Sorry, I've got lights making weird shadows and stuff. There we go. I mean, this one was kind of simple for Bob. Kind of. I mean, the mill kind of took center stage for that in complexity, all things considered, but I think so far out of the season, the lighthouse is my favorite. So far. Okay. So let's see here. Alright, so he's gonna start putting in this section over here. What the heck else did he put in? Oh, he scrapes in some twigs. Okay, and then he does his signature. Okay, so I can't really scrape in twigs. Like that's not gonna happen. What did he do there? He did something. Hold on. What did he do? Oh, we just added a bush there. Okay, let's... Alright, let's hold that there, I guess. So yeah, kind of the same color mix. It's a little more on the green side than the more heavy gold color. So, I mean, we can use this little bit of a guy here. Alright. So we don't have to totally chalk him up. Alright, where's our ground here? Alright, so we've got a little bit of grass coming up along the bottom of our building here. So work on getting that tapped into there. Figure out what length we want you be. I'm surprised you left that on.
I suppose.
'Cause it's usually off this time of day.
I turned it on to test it.
Yeah, but I was surprised you left it on. Did you eat yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So he actually has a little bit more up here. That we kind of missed getting in there. Alright, so... Ow! Stepped myself with the scissors. Dang it. That was not a fun time.
You okay for letting that sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got that. Alright, now, we kind of have it like come around the edge of our building here. Kind of growing up along the side. Now we're gonna have to mix some more of this in just a minute. Okay. I'm getting that tucked into there, and this kind of comes along the whole side of the building. Oh, you lit that one. Okay. We don't seem like we have frozen since. I wonder if it was because of the scheduled stream time versus me starting before it. I guess we'll be able to test that theory tomorrow, but I don't think it did that yesterday, so... Although yesterday we did start a few minutes late, so... It didn't used to do that. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to change the actual scheduled start time to 1. Because sometimes that doesn't happen. Okay. And this tapped into here. Oh, when did we last pull up? Okay, recently. Although this section in here is pretty thick, so I'm not sure if I'm really touching the paddle that much in there. So I don't want this to get too tall right in here. So I don't want to distort the shape of our building too much. Okay. Trim that there. And we're gonna take this up on this side now. And I want to be like right up against the tree trunk there because this is supposed to be behind it. So it wouldn't be covering it. Alright. Got that piece put into there. Alright, and then we've got this last little guy right here, and we will tuck him about there. So we do need to mix some more now. Okay. Oh, we're gonna turn our mat now. Let's give us a different spot to work in. Okay, so we're gonna get a bit more lime out. We're just gonna kind of pick this apart a bit, separate it like we did earlier. See, I thought he had a bit more dirt showing on this side, but he kind of doesn't. Now that I'm looking at it again. Alright. Get this pulled apart here. Okay, I think I want a little bit more green heavy. Alright, let's grab some of our gold here. Glorious gold, it's not metallic. It's not like blingy gold. Like wheat gold, I guess. Dead grass gold, maybe? Because we don't want it to be too much. Alright, so I'm going to tuck back in there. Gonna go a little bit more green, kind of stretched out and pulled apart in here. Sometimes when you brush out the yarn with that sticker brush, you'll get like strands that are a little more unwilling to unravel here and there. I mean, it'll unravel eventually. Just have to be a little more patient. Okay, so there's a little bit more green. Alright, and we need a little bit of our mustard color here. I don't want to do a whole lot of this color. Just a little bit. Kind of just lead in there. I really didn't want that side to be super yellow. Gotta grab a little bit more of our green. Kind of fan that out. Okay, do we think this is enough? I don't know. It might be. Alright, I'm just kind of lightly rolling it just to kind of condense everybody down so it's not one ginormous fluff pile. Make it a little bit easier to work with here. I'm just going to gently stretch it. Don't want to pull too hard because then it's going to break. Like it'll separate from the rest of the snake here. Alright. A little bit more water. Fine. Precision that up just a little bit. Okay, so this is probably going to take on a little bit more of a yellow quality now, or orange-ish, because we were down to mostly green there. On that little stubby piece that we had left. But I think this was light green in here. And we're using the lime green. Maybe it was lime green, I don't know. I'm just hoping that we've got enough of a tone difference here. Although I guess it can look like it's coming down on into here and shifting to a bit more green the closer to the water. And this piece. Was there still water in that pot the last time you were out there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna fan out our fluff. All right, now just have maybe one or two more fluffy bits to put on this section, like on this row, and then I'll have a better sense of if we created some separation or not. Definitely gave the tree a little more distance now from the building, so that worked out. I mean, the trunk still kind of disappears against it a little bit. In hindsight, I think that might have worked out better as a birch tree there. Just to break up all the brown. But at this point, I'm not going to change it. If you want to change it, by all means, go ahead. But I think I'm much too far into this now. I mean, when I was first putting it in, I was like, oh, this is an awful lot of brown here. I was definitely unsure of that going in. Alright, where's our edge here? You said you wanted to cut that stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder.
Sorry, I was thinking about scissors and trimming the edge of this, and then
No, I appreciate it.
thoughts circled back around to that. Okay. I will say, I took some Benadryl last night before I went to bed. Or after I got up to pee, I took some because the stuffiness was just driving me mad. And my throat's not as raspy today. So it's definitely an allergy issue. Okay. So, I'm gonna do a little bit more down in here, I think. Alright, so we've got a little bit of dirt along the river bank around in this area. Okay, so getting this kind of made that guy probably a little long. As long as we can get our little loose endy guys tucked in here, we'll be doing alright. Oh, I'm just making all kinds of a mess here. Alright, so take you guys up this way. What are you attached to? I keep seeing this like lighter loose fuzz that was just sticking up. Didn't seem like he belonged to anybody, but he had to belong to somebody. He wouldn't just be hanging out there all by himself. Sometimes the grass can take a little bit extra time to get attached down in there, or it feels like it does for how I'm doing it. Okay, getting this kind of worked into here. Don't want to cover the tree just yet. I do want to be right up on the edge of it. All right. That is starting to fill in pretty good there. Giving it a little bit more life. Or at least it seems like it is. Okay, so we got that, and we're gonna slide over back to the other side here. Whoop, yay for the finger protector, twice in a row. Not once, but twice. Yeah, that is definitely helping to pop the tree up a bit there. Making that feel like it's actually a tree. Now that we've got some other color in there aside from brown. You okay?
Just peeling the stickers off the felt before I cut.
Oh, okay. I couldn't place the sound, so I wasn't sure if that was a you sound or something else sound. Alright, just again, I'm fanning that out just a little bit. Do you need the big light on?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Getting this guy into here. I think we hit a section that we don't have much gold in at the moment. Alright. And again, I'm okay with some of the dirt showing through. It's kind of the whole point of putting that brown down was so that it can pop through in certain places. Don't forget, we are doing an extra stream tomorrow. It is on the schedule. We're planning on taking a look at the full release, or starting our full release playthrough of Coral Island. It's coming out of early access supposedly tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and we can play. That is the plan as of right now. Been missing our Coral Island time. Even if clearing that farm is tedious, we're gonna have to start it all over again. But, you know, we were lucky in that we didn't have to restart constantly every time a patch or hotfix or update was done on that early access playthrough. Because they could have just been like, oh, everything's been reset to correct this mistake. So we were fortunate in that. Did you need one of the chalk pencils to trace the pattern?
That would have been helpful, but it's too late now.
Do you need it for the other ones?
Not really. Pretty sure a lot of this is going to be eyeballed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I was having trouble making the cuts they wanted.
Do I need to cut it?
No.
All right. Get the next little bit kind of worked into there. Alright, so just wanted to tack that down enough to get our tail out of the way here so we could see the edge. Oh, right. Okay, that's not so bad. Definitely breathing some more life into it. Now let's see. So we've got a bit more riverbank here. Kind of coming up around into there. I'm gonna try to probably do this about level with the base of the tree so we can start to bring up our grass around that now. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna bring some of this around here. Alright, I was just getting a little too fanned out there for us to work with. So just a little bit of water on that. There was hardly any water left in that bottle cap, which is why I did it that way this time. All right. Everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need anything else? Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Angry knee, angry knee. Like my actual knee. What the heck's that about? Okay. So we'll kind of fan this up. This doesn't need to be too long right in here. Just a little bit. And hopefully that will kind of anchor him a bit. With a bit of luck, so much fiber. We've got quite a thick boy here. That's for sure. You can feel it when you're stabbing into it. Alright, so we'll get that. that worked into about there. Okay, alright. Well, that's looking pretty good. Okay. Just gonna stretch that just a little bit more. Probably didn't need to, but it's getting a little thick up here. Alrighty. We're getting closer to wrapping this guy up. And I am excited. Excited to be getting this one done. Kind of tired of looking at the same color palette for a while. I'm ready to move on to a different color. I know Bob does a lot of the same color palette. But I am still looking forward, even though I'm really nervous about the next one in the series, to at least seeing if we can pull off a decent enough concept sketch, and if we can, we'll move forward. But like, I need that little bit of time to get used to the idea and then sit down with our colors and really see what our options are. All right. Whoop. See, that's why you don't want to pull too hard, because then you're gonna pull it apart completely when you don't mean to. Oh, it's a Momo.
Give me a second, Momo.
Do I need to?
No, I just need a second.
Okay. Alright, so we got that. Just a minute, Mosies. Just a minute, Mosey Toesies. Did you put your incense out already?
Yeah. I don't normally leave it running. Once the smell infuses the room, I kind of stop it, so... Hang on, buddy.
Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll snip-a-doodle that one. I hope we have enough to finish this side.
Yeah, but I got
We're gonna be like right there. Sorry if the camera bounced.
Yeah. Big ol' husband stomping around. Sorry.
Certain spots on this floor that he steps, my entire desk shakes. Not just the monitors, like everything, so... Alright, oh, okay, so got that popped up there. Alright, so we just have another little tiny section right here. Gonna fan that out. I'm okay if there's a little bit more dirt peeking through, but I didn't want to just leave it as all dirt there. So we'll get that tapped in. In that spot. Okay. So I'm just gonna pull that a little bit more. Alright, so probably bring this one maybe about down to here. A little bit more on the edge of the bank here. Okay. So, see about getting this next bit in here. Oh, we've got about an hour left. Can we finish today? I hope so. Okay. Sure, got just a little bit further to go. So I know it's a little bit early, but has anyone started their Christmas shopping yet? Give me 1 second. Oh, I didn't bring it over. Ah, damn it. Alright. I thought I brought my tissues over. I know my mom did, because she had a coupon. So I think she had picked something up at Kohl's. I know there's some people out there that will do their Christmas shopping throughout the year and just like tuck stuff away. So that that way they have it. And then they're not stressing come the holidays, and then they just pick up any little last minute tiny things. Okay. So the only thing about thinning that out a bit is that then it takes a few more snippy snips to lay everything in. I think we might need to pop this guy up. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Get this guy stabbed into here. I'm trying to keep moving here as briskly as I can. Alright. Snip that, but at the same time, you know, we gotta make sure it's attached. Alright. Come back here. Handle. Oh, you know what? We haven't. I'll just keep. My placemat is like half hanging off my desk, and it's bugging me. So I'm gonna have to fix that later. Because like the one end is trying to curl up because it's not sitting flat. Ah. Stab the felt, not the finger. Please. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see about getting this row finished being filled into here. And we'll kind of figure out the approach on the next row here. I know on this side I went from edge in, and on this side I'm going from here out. I don't know why, I just am. But if anybody else noticed that, I am aware that I'm doing that for some fucking reason. I guess my brain is still trying to work from left to right in some capacity. And it just isn't understanding that it can go right to left. The option is there. And I did work a little right to left over there. But on this side, it's like, nope, we are doing it this way. Okay. Little snip there. So I think even if we hit the hard stop time, we're just going to go over a little bit today. By a few minutes, because we are so close to being done. If it comes to it. Like, we still have a half an hour here. But it did take about 20 minutes to do one row on the other side. The other row was a little bit longer though on the other side. Maybe it's more like 15 minutes because we did have to get some fluff mixed. Alright, I actually want that to be a little bit shorter. I did want a little bit more dirt hanging out on this side. Trying to make sure I actually get all of the fluff. Some of it's trying to escape. Okay. So let's get this next bit in here. I don't think it's supposed to get as cold tonight here. Though I could be wrong about that. I mean, I think it's still supposed to be around 40, but... I need to make sure that I set an alarm reminder to take the turkey out of the freezer for Thanksgiving. Because I think Thanksgiving's next week. Oh god, Thanksgiving's next week. I gotta get cracking on these Christmas presents. We might have to spend next Sunday working on Christmas gifts instead of starting the next sketch. Depends on what I can get done this week. I also need to rip this place apart to try to find my cookie cutters. Hit the finger protector. Alright. We're getting this tapped into here. So did you get everything cut? Did you get everything cut?
Yeah.
Nothing I needed to help you with?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. We will get this guy. Filled in here. Oh, we're getting down to the end of our fluff. Uh-oh. Will we have enough? Will we have enough? Or are we gonna have to mix more? Okay. So we get this guy. Actually, I'm gonna put you like out here, right? 'Cause I kind of wanna fan you out there. Like, I'm okay with a little bit of dirt hanging out on the edge. I just didn't want all of it out there, you know? I didn't want a huge like dirt section. A little dirt section should be fine. There. This all tapped in here. That section looked like it was a little bit looser than I wanted it to be. So, okay. Next section of fluff and stuff. I'm going to bring this one a little bit closer to the riverbank. we have to finish up our grass here. There's a little bit of water line that we need to kind of add in. But I think we are coming together pretty well. Oh my god, this placement. Why are you fighting me? I have a book that my monitor is sitting on, and I need to get it under this book. That's why it won't push forward. Because it's hitting the edge of the book. Okay, so get this tapped into there. Gosh, the smallest amount that we're gonna need to finish this. So we are just going to be short, I think. Could be wrong. I don't know.
Sorry about all the crinkles in the background.
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning my desk because I need space in order to use the sewing machine.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna just run out. Damn it. Alright, maybe I can just mix the tiniest bit more. Well, I don't know, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe. I have a lot more dirt showing through on this side. Showing through. That's what it seems like. Well, that's okay. You needed to clean your desk anyway, because I gotta put recycling out.
You still have water in your thing. Your food.
Yeah, oh, okay.
You check water regularly?
Yeah.
Just let you know I checked it. It's good.
Okay. The dogs are gonna get some of that because there's nothing in it yet.
Alright.
Alright, I'm trying to stretch this so much further than I probably should be. It's not like I don't have bags of fluff sitting right next to me. It's the principle of it. I just didn't want to mix more. But I think we might have to. Don't think this is necessarily enough, but it might be. Maybe. Depends on how much a fair amount of dirt being visible is gonna bother me. Is what I think it's really gonna come down to. Alright, so get that worked into there. Okay, so let's go ahead and snip that. Alright, so there's that. Okay, so we just have a little bit more to go. Alright, so I think over here we might start over in this corner. Oh, we might just make it. Because we're gonna have a bit of dirt showing through. So the plan for next Sunday is either going to be working on the concept sketch for episode 10 or working on Christmas gifts. Sometimes working on the Christmas gifts, we get a little bit more viewership, which is why I was thinking of maybe we should swap over to that for at least a session or two, depending on how far we get. But we'll see if I manage to get anything done this week. Because the next episode is the cowboy episode in this season. The infamous one. Okay. So let's see here. We still have to do our water line here. And fire up the glue gun. It should be in the drawer next to me. Okay. Alright, now I know I'm working this way. It's killing me working in this direction, but I want to make sure things are gonna fit in here the way I want them to. I did want more dirt on this side. And then we kind of devolve into just solid green here with the little nub that's left in my hand. That looks a little too gapified in there, so I'm gonna fill in that space. Like over here is okay, but having the next one like right in there on that side, not what I was really wanting on this one. Okay. All right. Set you aside. Okay. Let me just close up these bags real quick. I'm gonna get them out of the way because less plastic around for the glue gun to accidentally touch and melt is always a good thing. Was that you?
Yeah. The phone just shifted, sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought Momo like did a baby bark. I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on, Pepper? Okay. We can put that over there. Alright. So, we'll plug in the glue gun as soon as I get done doing this last little bit. Here, okay. Taking this one down to the wire. Okay, so we just have a little bit of water line coming off the edge here. Okay, and this kind of is a fixture pretty steadily down from the bank. At least on this side. I swear that piece looks like there's green mixed into it. Alright, and then I think I kind of liked it better when we were looped over. Kind of let me fan that out a little bit better. Okay, so we get this put into here. I don't know if he added any on the other side of this or not. Now that I'm kind of looking at it. Alright. What time did she leave?
I'm not sure.
Feels like she's been gone a long time. Alright, and we'll get this guy. Anchored into here. Just gonna try to scrape that out a little bit. And then we will add the last couple bits in the water here. A little extra ripply reflection, and that one just kind of like melted full on in, so I don't know about that, but I mean, we already kind of have our blend in there. So it's really not doing a whole heap of anything. All right. We'll get that. Worked into there. Okay. Alright, does he... Like, he kind of, like, fussed it up, but not really. Okay. So we unroll our white here. So we already have it out. I'm gonna try to pull off a strand here. Alright, well, fine then. Okay. So let's see about pulling this off here. Hopefully we can do something to sort of make it look legible. How many times do we have to ask someone, please don't beep when you return? It upsets us greatly. Just fucking text. You have a cell phone in your pocket. Is it really asking for that much? Especially when it's right outside of my mom's room and she's napping. Serenity now, serenity now, serenity now. It's gonna be a long couple of months, you guys. Like, do you all, like, slam on the horn when you arrive somewhere? Or do you just text, say, hey, I'm here? Especially when you've been asked not to do that. Do you do it anyway? Okay. Snip these two. I mean, it's fucking rude.
She actually apologized and said that one was a genuine accident. Which may or may not be true.
I don't believe it, but okay.
Well, it explains why she didn't use her usual beep beep thing.
And she didn't get anything extra, right?
Not with my money.
Alright, so it's probably gonna look not like what I'm going for, but we'll try. We'll see if we can get the flamingo foot pulled off. It's very hard when you're doing something so tiny. Kind of just comes off as like a blob. We're gonna pop out the glue gun here in just a second. Actually, let me separate that into two. Okay, so like a half-assed flamingo foot. It's really hard to pull off tiny. Okay. Alright. Where'd it go? So let me take these guys off because they will be a hindrance and we don't really necessarily need those anymore. The mat can get tucked out of the way. Alright, let me plug in this guy real super quick. Alright, I think we're still good on glue sticks. Got another bag. Hopefully I have enough glue sticks to do the arrangement for my dad's grave for his Christmas thingy. I think we will. Oh, what am I stuck on? Hello? What am I? Oh, I'm shutting the door. Okay. Because I'm trying to rush now. Everything's gonna fight me. Where's the... Hello? Where's the pluggy? That's part of the pluggy. There we go. I had it backwards. Okay. Alright, so you... I'm gonna... Where are you sitting? Okay. You've got to get under there before I lose my mind. Hopefully that'll flatten out. Alright, we got our stick to deal with the glue. We've got our twine ball. And we've got our stringies. Okay, or stickies. Okay. I didn't end up putting that second coat on the on that dowel rod. Okay, so I'm probably gonna come in just a little bit. Shit. I wonder if a rotary cutter would cut this cleaner, because then I could have a ruler up against it, but I don't know if this is too thick for a rotary blade. Do we even have a rotary cutter?
A rotary cutter?
I'm probably calling it the wrong... am I calling it the right thing?
Describe it.
They use it for quilting. It's a little blade on a circular
No.
blade. Okay, you know what I'm talking
we don't
about?
have any of whatever that
Okay.
is. Trust me, I wish I did. Would have made all that a lot easier.
So we're probably going to lose a little bit on this side here. Oh god, that's horrible. Wow, we're going to lose a lot on this side. Okay. So we got all sorts of stretched out on this side. Oh god, I'm making it worse. Okay. I need a straight edge here. Is this a... Wow, that's gonna be... Alright, hang on. I need a pen. I should probably grab the T-square instead of using this to make sure it's straight. Although I don't know if this is gonna... Don't know if this is gonna mark this Doesn't help that my scissors look curved when I'm trying to cut with them. And I don't know if it's an illusion and some kind of scissor mind trick or what. Alright, so let's try these that aren't cutting because right. Ooh. How is that straight? Okay, well, it's straighter than it was. It's a little... What?
Nothing, something else.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at me.
No.
Am I...
No, you're good.
See, that was a thick boy right there. Alright. Oh. That fell over. Okay. And this stupid thing didn't want to cut at all, so... Alright, this side didn't get as out of although that did kind of. So we're not 8x10 anymore. We had been once upon a time. I mean, this is pretty straight. Like, it's pretty straight. Will this be the day the scissors break due to the thickness of what we're cutting? Okay. Alright. So we lost a little bit of real estate. I am going to shorten this just a little bit. That was the scissors squeaking. They're angry now after cutting through that thick thing. Okay. So now figure out where we want to position you so that you're somewhat even. probably... That's probably pretty good right there. Okay. No. Okay, see, we're not done with you yet. You can't go on strike yet. Low? I thought I had it on high. Has to at least be on high to get going here. I prefer the lower temp on here. Shit. But I can get away with it. But a lot of times the lower temp will cool before I am ready for it to do so. Hi Zuzu, come back! Zuzu, come here! Zuzu! He's like just doing a bed check to see who the hell's in the house. Or seeing if I'm making dinner yet. I don't know which. Kind of like, lady, what the fuck? Why aren't you in the kitchen? Okay. Now on this section, I'm going to shorten this. Just a little bit. Or maybe he was looking for Momo, because Momo just got up. I went to go follow his brother. Okay. So now... Come on. Stay with me here, buddy. Okay. So if I get you about there, there we go, that comes out a lot. Shit, moved it smoother. Okay. Glue. Okay. It seeped over the back there a little bit more than I was expecting. Okay. And that is why I trimmed a little bit of that to begin with, because I felt like we were gonna be a little close there. Come here. Look, glue string. Okay. Sure that we are attached. We seem to be. We could. Oh, well. Oh, we're a little low. Oh, well. Oh, shit. We are way low. Fuck. Okay. Okay, well that happened. That explains that. Didn't realize how far we had cut that tree off at first. Alright, let's try that again. Well, I think the top of the tree is just going to be cut off. Might just be how it's going to be. Alright, so I'm just kind of making sure that we are attached. Okay. Alright, get our string here. Without putting my finger in the glue constantly. These are just some kitchen skewers that have become awesome little tool helpers here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This glue is very, very hot. Hence the term hot glue. I don't want to burn myself. I'm going to use my friend here. Kind of spread that about carefully because it's near my finger. Alright, so it's only going to take a minute there. Glue string out of there. Oh, it's like cobwebs. I hate it. Coming across it for days. That is still tacky. It's very tacky. Okay, let's figure out our length here. Alright, so how long do we want this to be? That's probably a good tacky length there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I tend to go 5 loopy doopies. I need that. A little bit on the end there just to make sure it's not gonna fray. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we have to make a repair here. I've not had that happen before. Probably didn't have enough glue there in that spot. Okay, if we could clean up that, that'd be great. Alright, oh, the whole thing's popping off. What the fuck? What is happening? Yep. Shit. No. Fuck. Stop it! Why is this one being so difficult? It just wants to be... Oh, hit myself in the head. Okay, well, maybe... Oh, where'd it go? I dropped it. There it is. Maybe we're not done with this guy. Why are you fighting me today? No reason for you to be fighting me. Hot. Okay. Alright. So now, where is the rest of you that is being fussy? For some reason, I guess we just didn't get enough glue down? Thought we had. Usually the glue gun doesn't give me quite so much trouble. Like the other ones never did that. Maybe it just hadn't fully set before I started moving it around. That could be possible. Alright, so there we go. A lot more finished, and it looks like a different piece once we get all the excess cut off, and we got it squared up pretty good. We didn't lose too much on the side there. Lost a little bit, but a little bit more than I had wanted. So we're not exactly 8x10 anymore. We're never 100% 8x10, but we're close to it. So that is the old mill. So again, Sunday, I don't know if we're going to be doing the sketch for the campfire episode, which is 10 in this tutorial series, or if we're going to be working on Christmas ornaments or Christmas presents. It might be Christmas presents. It depends on how the rest of the week goes for me. We do have a special extra stream tomorrow in celebration of Coral Island coming out of early access. We will be taking a look at that tomorrow afternoon, so don't forget to stop by for that, since that is an extra and out of the ordinary. I hope to see you guys then. Thank you for joining me today. Enjoy your evening, and have a good one.